So let me create the class for file handling, and let me add the public static void main method because that's more of a Java topic, right? So first we will see how to read the data from the text file which is already there, right? So that data we will read from the text file. So remember, Sitara, we talked about a file reader class. Do you remember?
Yes, file reader.
The data from text file. Okay, so for reading the data from the text file, we need a file reader class, and as in like we need a file reader object. File reader object of file reader class. Right? So file reader fr equal to new file reader, and here we have to give the path of the file which we want to read actually. So I have couple of files here. So let me take this file. So where I am having welcome to Selenium world new.
Okay.
So I am having this text, right? Welcome to Selenium world, and let me save this, and then let's get the path of this file. So properties, and then you have to take the complete path. Okay, and you have to give the path of the file here within double quotes. And this I have to import from import file reader java.io, and this will throw a no file not found exception, so that you have to either handle with using try catch or using throws keyword. So let me put the throw file not found exception here, and then this will actually open the specified text file in the read mode. Okay, this line will actually open the specified text file in the read mode. Opens the text file in read mode. Next is your we need to read the data from opened file. So for that we have to use buffered reader. Buffered reader br equal to new buffered readers. And here we have to give the path, we have to give the object which we created using file reader class. And this I have to import from buffered reader java.io, and this also I will have to import from buffered reader. Okay, so I have opened the specified text file in the read mode, and then I am reading the data from the opened file. So I will put one condition here. It's a while, and before that, what I will do, I will create one object. And I will create one string type of variable called line, and then I will write one condition here while br dot read line is not equal to null. Then so br dot read line will give you what it will give you. It will actually give you the line, right? So when you use this, it will give you a line, and that I have to actually store in this. And this entire thing I will put like not equal to null. Br dot read line, why it is giving, okay, it says throws declaration. So let's use the exception directly. So br dot read line is not equal to null. Then system.out.println line. And once you are done with this, you have to close these two objects which you have created. So first you have to close br, and then you have to close fr dot close, right? So what it is doing here, so we are reading the line. So instead of this, I can write like this also, if you are confused with this. So I can write like this also. And here line is not equal to One second, Sitara.
Yeah.
So I can write like this also. So I am reading the line, and that I am assigning to line variable. Okay, until the line is not equal to null, I will print those lines. Simple, right, Sitara?
Yes, but read line as in now in our text, it has line 1, line 2, line 3.
Yeah. So one by
Okay.
one, it will read all the lines.
Okay.
Okay. So it reads until the end of the text file, whatever we have. Okay. So if I save and run this, it should basically, and we should get the text. Why there is a, one sec, why this is kind of a infinite loop. Br dot read line. So line is not equal to, so it should read the data. Welcome to the Selenium world. Okay. So this is how you will read the data from the text file. Now, how to write the data to the text file? For that, we have to use file writer and buffer writer. Okay, so instead of this, I will have to create the object of file writer. So let me do one thing. Let me, okay. So let's do the changes here only. So file writer, FW equal to new file writer. Okay, and this I have to import from file writer IO. And this will open the file in the write mode. And then instead of buffered reader, I will have to use buffered writer. BW. Here also buffered writer. And here I have to pass the file writer object. This also I have to import from buffered writer IO. Okay. And whatever the text I want to write, that I have to put in some string variable. So let's say, hello, this is my Selenium training. Likewise, I can put some text. Okay, and then I will have to, I don't need to use this condition now. So instead of, I will have to pass like BW, and in that I will have to pass line. BW dot write, sorry, BW dot write. So I will have to write like, so BW dot write, and then line, and then I have to close BW, and then FW, right? So file I am using the previous one only. So whatever the testing file, testing.txt file was there, right? So as of now, the data we have in this file is welcome to Selenium world. So it would completely replace this data. So this data would be erased, and the new data would be new data would be written, or new data would be added there in that text file. Okay, and you won't get any output on the console because we are not printing anything. You can just directly see and check the testing file. So let me close this first, and let's run this and then see what are we getting the correct output or not. So as in I'm not getting any exception here, so it should actually be completed there. So I'm getting like, hello, this is my Selenium training. Yeah, Sitara.
Yes, but what if we want to, we do not want to erase any existing data? Does that work?
That does not work, I guess. I will have to check. I mean, it is actually erasing the complete data and then only it is writing. So that is how
Okay,
it
entering
works here.
completely new text.
Yeah, completely new
Okay.
text. So I mean, it is like you have some data in already there is a file in that you have data and you are trying to copy that data in a new file, right? So that is how it works. So if you have the data, or some data is already there in the new file, so then it is not a new file. Okay, so we rarely use this kind of writing or something, but you should know that we have this concept also. Okay, now the next one is how to read the data from one text file and write to the other text file. So for that, I will have to use both file reader, file writer, buffer reader, buffer writer. So I will open one file in the file reader mode. So I will have to create one object of file reader first, which will open one file in the file reader mode. File reader, and let's say I want to read the data from this file and write to the other file. So Control C, and file reader is already added. So it will open this file in the read mode, and then I will have to create object of buffered reader. Br equal to new buffered reader, and here I have to pass the object, right? So this will actually read the data, and then I will have to create two objects, file read writer and buffered writer, right? So this where I want to store the data, I will use that another text file. So let's say I am using a new text file. Let me remove this, and let's see if I am able to write the data from my testing.txt to new.txt. So instead of testing.txt, I will write here like new.txt. Okay, and then I will have to create the object of buffered writer, wherein I will pass this fw. Okay, now what I will do, I will use one a while loop here, right? So this I don't need. I will use one while loop. While again, I will read the data first, right? So for reading the data, I will have to create one string variable, string line, let's say, or text, whatever it is. So in line, I will pass like line equal to br dot read line. Sorry, br dot read line is not equal to null. Then what I will do, bw dot write. So instead of printing that, I will put that in a bw dot write, right? So in case of writing, I was using bw dot write. And then I will, if I want a new line after each word, then I can do like new line. So I can print new line also. And then I will have to close all four objects. So bw, br, fw, fr. bw, br dot close, fw and fr dot close. Okay, so it will read as, okay, so I will have to remove this, it is not needed here. And let's save and run this. So let's do one change here in this file. Everything is there in the single line only. So let me put this in a new line every time. So that once it reaches one line, it moves to the next line. Otherwise, it would print all the text in a single line only. Okay, so let's run this. And we are not supposed to get any output, and we can just directly check the new file there. Okay, so in new file, all this text is copied. Okay, if I would have put everything in a single line, hello, this is Selenium training. All things would be written in the same line only. So let's try that. Done, right? New. So everything is written in the single line only, because there are no like we are not splitting this string on the basis of any separate, right? So the
Okay, so
entire yeah.
yeah, sorry. So new line,
So new
just
line is
method
needed.
editor.
Yeah, new line is added needed when you have, let's say you have data in the new line. After a data in the first line, you have second data in the second line, and if you don't put that new line, in that case the data would be added in the single line only.
Okay.
Okay, so if I remove this new line from here now, all the data would be added in the single line only.
Okay. Okay. So in new line, it will separate out, or else
Yeah,
it will be in a single line.
it will
Okay.
be in the single line only. If I go and check this new, all the data will be in the single line only.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
1 second, was it added? Yeah. Oh, I did not save or what? So many files are there. 1 second, let me close all. Okay, and then let me check. So I am having, let's say, all the data in the new line, and this I want to write to a this text text pad, notepad. So and I have commented this new line. So ideally all the data should be in the single line, though I am having the data in the new line.
Mhm.
Yeah, so all the data in the single line. Getting it right? So what is the use of
Yeah.
new line? When we have new line in the file from where we are reading the data, at that time if you put, then only it will be like the data in the new line, in the new text file. Okay. Simple, right? So you can practice and then it would be easy.
Yes.